We built this city on rock and roll.
Alright, so, where's the hat, right? I've worn so many things on my head lately. Currently getting this really nice haircut, and it's gonna get left alone for a bit. Um, I love my hats. I'm not getting rid of my hats. Today is a non-hat day. Many are gonna be shocked to see them even conscious at this point. But that's what joy does. It energizes beyond expectations. $41,407. 380 backers. Those stats don't even really start to tell the whole story though. The 24-hour Death March was an adventure all its own. Link up here for the last part of it. Which, if you don't watch anything else, you should watch that. At least about halfway through the actual final whatever, because that's something to see. I did a one-sheet adventure in the last like half hour, and I mean, yeah, it's posted. It's up there. Let's see. There was an adventure, like I said, the advent of Frank's Rangers. It like, truly turned the tide of battle, just like an epic quest and adventure thing. Corinne's unbelievable final thank you gift. It's got everybody reeling, including me, and including her, really. But it's exciting. It's gonna be fun stuff. If you missed the insanity, like I said, check out the whole series is on my YouTube channel. You can watch my descent into utter madness, which should be coming in months. You probably want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel anyway, because I have decided to continue with the update thing. I'm going to go back basically to vlogging, as I call it, video blogging. It seems to work for me, and folks seem to enjoy it. A lot of it will be about the Strange Heart Project. There's just a lot going on with that now, obviously. John Lighthouser, so you know that name. He just contacted me. He's interested in getting involved as an all-star. So, more cool, awesome writers and designers and energy folk wanting to be on the game. So, really cool about that. It's also going to expound on other things of geekish or gamery nature. So, yeah, it's just we'll have fun with it. All right, so let's talk about all the stuff that got unleashed. All the stuff that's going to happen. Kickstarter Legends Unleashed, the full book, which will be a goal, funding goal. Guidebook 1, The Magic and Cosmology of Shinetar. Guidebook 2, The Wildlands. Guidebook 3, The Kalinar Empire. Guidebook 4, The Elvish Nation. Guidebook 5, The Kingdom of Galea. 6, The Nation of Shianor. 7, The Kingdom of Alara. 8, Pearls of Kingdom. Republic of Degordia. Number 9. Number 10, The Malakar Dominion. Number 11, The Goblinish Gathers. 12, The Freelands. 13, The Isle of Corindia, which Frank was really, really happy about. That was the whole point behind Frank's Rangers, was to get that book. But they didn't stop there. It kept going. 14, The Dwarvish Clan Homes, which I know Kurt's really happy about. 15, The Desert Princes, which, by the way, very old and dear friend. He's got a history with doing really awesome desert-oriented fantasy stuff, and was part of the original Obsidian crew. Has come on board for that one. So Jason and Rob and Ace and all you guys, Kevin has come back to join the party. Kevin Ransom. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. On Guidebook 16, The Kingdom of Nazatir. Guidebook 17, Mindos Tower and Arcanaya. Guidebook 18, The Ares of Avakar. Didn't quite get to Guidebook 19, which was The Brinch. I know Jen, who's one of our big donors, was really, really hoping for that one. And I know a lot of other people are too. Secret party. Can't not do the Richie. Okay, you guys did so much and got us so far. I could pretty much 98% promise. 99% promise. I'll go 99. That the Richie book will get done. We also had a bunch of the reports. The Black Lantern reports also got unleashed. Black Lantern itself, the Red Store, Camden, aka Snake's Den, the Mage Guilds and Schools, the Adept Orders and Citadels, Mercenary Companies, number 6, and the 7th one, the Dragon Color. So there's that. You guys also unleashed the Burning Heart. That was the 40K one, which I was really, honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen. And that was when I did say that if it didn't get unleashed as a Kickstarter thing, I wasn't going to do it. Because that was like a big special thing that I was going to leave exclusive to its original run. But no, you people wanted it because you want to see a freaking dragon in Shinetar. Well, you're going to get it now! Good job. So there it is. And this would be a mini campaign. So that'll be fun. Let's see, the bonus goals. All of them. Not most of them. All of them. Serenity, City of Secrets by Greenwood. Fat Dragon's Castle Winterhawk. The 6x Epic goal, which had the Drumascape maps and the Shinetar All-Stars writing scenarios for them. Mythical Lairs, the Temple of Sonara, that 3D piece, done, gotten. Marked by Darkness, which is the Accursed and Shinetar one. Oh, and the Godstrike Tempest, which is Suzerain and Shinetar. The Shinetar Adventure cards. In Lord Severance's Service, which is the one Ace and I are going to write together. The Yellow Brick Road Through the Veil, which is Battle for Oz and Shinetar. That crossover. Shinetar Tales Unleashed, which is the 4 novellas, McGirt, Long, Corum, and Rosenberg. And then there's Frank's Thank You, which Frank of Frank's Rangers and Miles put together while I was, I don't know what was going on, but boom, they just came up out of nowhere and there it was. And that basically means him and a whole bunch of the other high dollar guys. And I've still got to go back through and find all of this. I only just woke up not too long ago. But a bunch of the high dollar people who earned and paid for the right to have a special adventure just for them and their group have all instead decided, with Frank on the lead of this, to donate that as additional thank yous. So everybody who is backers gets those unique adventures for them. So that was pretty cool. They decided to do that because they really wanted to support. They wanted to give because there was a lot of giving going on in this thing. There's a big thank you, which is you all get a character. Every single one of you. Every single backer. 380 of you gets a character who gets statted, a piece of flash fiction written, and Corinne's going to do a custom miniature for you. But this is all going to be handled by me and Corinne separately from the standard managed part of the Kickstarter process. Information will go out through that network, but I'm going to craft a specific form which will host up somewhere, probably on a Google site, and that's going to have where we get all the information because Corinne wants lots of info from you about what you want for your miniature, what race they are, not just human, but if they're where they're from. That matters for skin tone and things like that. Style of clothing, what do they do, what kind of weapons do they use, what's their fighting style, eye color, believe it or not, that really matters. What else, honey? What else are you gonna want?
Hair color,
eye color,
skin tone, weapon of choice, what type of armor.
So we're going to have a full list that you'll fill in, right? So it's going to be a form. You'll fill this stuff in. We'll guide you through it. But be thinking about that now because that's all going to be important to the miniature. Now again, remember that this is one thing where we just can't eat it all. So if you do this, which is fine, we're going to invite every one of you to do it, but we are going to have to ask you to cover the shipping for it. And we'll work all those details out. Ian Little of Applied Vectors blew me away with how much of a Shinetar fan he is. And he stepped up and said that everyone's going to get a bundle of all 25 of his current products. So all 380 of you get all the Applied Vector products as a bundle. Why? Because Ian loves Shinetar. Ian, I love you. Dude, wow. I'm actually going to be looking sometime soon to talk to Ian about something he and I can do together as part of the project. So if he's into it that much, damn, and he's a public guy, I want to work with him. I want to work with anybody who wants to be a part of it, right? That was the whole thing about this creative collaboration, right? But also some of the people, when we got to like the 30K level, there's certain points where he said that the person who took us past that point is going to get a pass for everything he publishes from this point forward. Like, wow. So and poor Gail, she's the one behind the scenes managing all this, and as a sweetie, she's going to coordinate with him, and that'll be handled. Let's see, what wasn't funded? There's a lot of people asking about that, so let's go ahead and cover that. Guidebook 19, the Brinchy, we didn't reach that one. We did not reach 20, which is the Pirate Archipelagos. 21, Other Lands and Places of Shintar, and 22, Islands of Shintar. The listed reports that were not, the Cult of the Visionary, the Patchwork Conspiracy, the Builders, and the Merchant Scions and Offspring. So let me go over what my plans there are. I already said that the Brinchy book will get done. There is a chance I might decide to roll that into something else, but more than likely I will do that as a standalone book. I also have some pretty good plans for the Pirate Archipelagos. Now what I might do is roll the rest of the Islands of Shintar guidebook into that. But I might not. This is all very just thinking about things. There's a lot of information that would make for a good solid book by itself for the Islands of Shintar. But because we're going to have to start kind of restructuring how we think of things to get it all done, that may be, or I may hold off on it, and it may just be bonus content down the road for, and this is down the road when we do a final omnibus full collection of like all the books. And we may not even be able to, there's so much information, we may not be able to do a single, oh my god, book. It may have to be a set of volumes that collect certain things together. And that could end up being the Islands of Shintar. Same thing for the Other Lands and Places of Shintar. There's some really cool places that were not listed specifically in any of the guidebooks. I may decide some of that information just gets rolled into what's most appropriate. For example, there's the Barbarian lands to the north that kind of lie in between Shianor and the Cal Empire. I may decide to roll the Barbarian stuff into the Cal Empire, for example, and I may take some of the other in-between areas and roll that in. Or again, I may do as bonus content for omnibus releases and things like that. So the information at some point does need to be published. How it's published, we had goals. We didn't get all of them. I'm not trying to say there's consequences, but I'm just saying there may be other ways. We've always said along we have to look at other ways to get the information out. So those are the kinds of things that we're talking about there. So the Brinchy book, probably almost certainly going to happen. Pirate Archipelagos, well, let's face it. I had Christina Stiles lined up with that one, and she was really excited about it. So she and I'll talk, and we'll see if we can pull it together somehow. Now, as far as the reports, Cult of the Visionary, there's ways that can go. It's a really cool storyline, really cool faction thing. We'll see. We'll see where that's going to go. I'll have to think about that one. The Patchwork Conspiracy, that's an overarching plot line that directly affects the Justice in Life campaign. So more than likely what's going to be happening with that information is it's just going to be part of the Justice in Life framework, and so people are following along with the Justice in Life campaign. They didn't get all the real story stuff there. And down the road, again, then put it out as bonus content. I don't know, we'll think. But the information is going to be out there one way or another. Again, it's just a matter of presentation. I know a lot of people are interested in the Builders. And a lot of people are also interested in the whole thing with the Merchants of Science and Offspring. Again, I have to think about how I want to get that information out there. Because those books did not get done, some of that information, I will probably go ahead and inject a bit of it into Unleashed. Because I know some of it's actually kind of vital, and people are really going to want it. GM's really going to want it. So some of the core stuff I might go ahead and roll more of that than I originally planned into Unleashed, the core book. The rest of it, it'll get out there one way or another. It has to. It's too important to the storyline. But again, not hitting those goals meant we were going to have to look for other ways to get that stuff out there. So, having said all that, there is some discussion going on about continued relationships with the community and other people talking about, well, I really wanted to be a part of this. Came at a bad time for me. What can I do to help now? I don't know exactly how that's going to manifest. But I'm telling you, conversations are being had, and we'll have more information down the road. So just eyes and ears open. And there's always a plan. The fact that we've built this momentum, this thing, far beyond what I anticipated. There's no way we just can't keep rolling forward with some real excitement here. At this point, we'll be coordinating with the Savage Mojo folks to get all the big survey stuff together. We're going to really go hardcore on making sure we get it right, because we want to get it right the first time, not to minimize the hassles of people getting what they're supposed to get. So give us a little time. It may take a week or two to really get that thing hammered out, because we've got to really run it and look at it and make sure we didn't miss anything. But we got a community here. This was always about more than throwing money into some books. And the fact that so many of you got that just gets to the very heart of me. And it's wow. You've all become a part of something very huge. And it's very long term, right? We're not talking about, oh, we did books, and yay, it's fun, and okay, what's the next thing? I mean, there's always new next things for other, and gaming is all about lots of different stuff. But this is not a short-term thing. This is very long-term, lots of stuff going on with it. I mean, I've been working on it since '77. It's just pretty long-term for me already. But it's wonderful the energy that's coming off of this with all of you. And the fact that you all realize that this is a community is just powerful. If you're not already part of the Facebook group, Shine Tower Legends Elite Facebook group, you really should be part of that, because that's going to be an ongoing place to talk about stuff. And the G Plus community, right? Shine Tower Land of Legends, G Plus community. You definitely come find us there. And if you can't find it for some reason, contact me and I'll get you hooked up. And there's also going to be a Justice in Life thing. There's a Justice in Life site now. A lot of people already know about it. Keep an eye on it. Even if you're not going to play Justice in Life as it's being presented, there's a lot of game information that's going to be on that site. A lot of adventure support material is going to be on that site. And we're also starting a Facebook group that's specifically for the Justice in Life participants. We'll probably also set one up specifically for Ravens Flock and GMs. So we have lots of stupid conversations about what we're going to do to all the play. I mean, the cool stuff we're going to tell. The stories we're going to tell. More on this later. We made history, friends. More than you know, perhaps. I suspect that not only was this a highly successful Kickstarter, and it was. Just my basic early research, this one comes in on the plus side of the midpoint of really successful role-playing game tabletop Kickstarters. I mean, there's some that are stupid, crazy, oh my god, well done, guys, ridiculous. But for just a guy and some friends with a really cool setting and some interesting ideas about changing how gaming works, we did pretty good. It's a great start. It's dreams come true stuff for us, and you guys are all part of that. This goes far beyond that. Come this time next year, folks will be looking back and looking at this as the threshold. This is the turning point. Not only for Shine Tower and Savage Worlds fans, but for gaming fans everywhere. I'm certain people are going to look back at this moment and go, that was a turning point. You're going to be part of it. You are. Thank you isn't enough. Hopefully the results of my efforts and the efforts of all the amazing talents that I'm getting to work with, that will be close to enough. But thank you is what I have. And it comes from the whole of my heart. Not just mine, but everyone here, which is all the Regal, everyone in the Savage Mojo family. That thank you is truly devoutly meaningful and full. Now, as Corinne said yesterday, it's time to play the game. See you next time. Thanks again.